Hello guys, welcome to a build a boat for treasure video. Today we're going to do a tool review. I chose to do tool reviews because I don't see people doing it, so might as well do it because some people might need it. So let's start. Number 1, delete tool. It's pretty simple. You select it, you delete a block, that's it. If the block is connected like this, it's going to delete 2 blocks. If the block is extended, it's still going to delete all of them. Number 2, the build tool. Default tool, it has a lot of options here. You could click plus to get all the options here, and many people don't know. There's a little arrow below, like over here. If you drag it, you could expand the tray so you could find your items easier. But it may block your screen, so use it if you want. The first category is the block stuff. It's just regular blocks like this. The flag thing is mainly achievement stuff like treasure chest, doors, or event items such as these stuff. The star stuff is the ability blocks. All of them have abilities like function blocks. So the wheel block, the thrusters, the harpoons, cannons, and all that stuff. And here's the search button. You can type whatever search thing. Let's see, I want rocket. So if I have rocket, everything that's related to rocket will appear here. The next part is this tray over here. You can expand it by pressing the plus next to the magnifying glasses. If you anchor block, that means the block will not fall or affect by gravity. This block is currently anchored right now. And I'm going to place a block that is not anchored. So right now I'm going to uncheck the anchor block. I'm going to place here. If I delete this block, it's going to fall. So it might be useful for building. Merge. I will talk about match rotation later because I'm going to talk about this first. So merging level. So red means the blocks will never combine. You see, if I place them in 3s, they never combine. But if it's in green, they will combine as long as you can place. So all of these are combined. You do the orange part. The middle, it's going to combine into 2s and 4s like this, and 4s like these. So it doesn't even form 4s anyways. It's going to combine to 2s if you do this. Or move is how much you move. Over here I'm going to pick a different block right here. So you can see this is how much I move. I move half a block per mouse move. If I do this, now it's more like a quarter of a block, so you can build precise buildings with this. So it's pretty useful. Or rotation. If you press R or T, you can flip and rotate stuff. Pretty helpful if you want to build complex stuff. Keep clicking, you get all these options. So the opportunity is unlimited. And for match rotation, it's actually pretty OP. I'm going to select a different block here. I'm going to turn this on. The purpose of this is, oh, you want to build another block here, but what is a rotation? So you don't want to go manually figure out whatever rotation you want. So you could just hover over this, and it's going to lock into the rotation of the block you are highlighting. So it's pretty good. The next tool I'm going to review is the coloring tool. And from now on, the 4 other tools will cost money. I don't know how much, it depends. It should say over here, mine's already sold, so it's not going to say for me. The coloring tool, self-explanatory. You click the color, you could click any block. So you see I click the big block here, the entire block is going to be highlighted. If I click individual blocks, it's going to work as well. If I click blocks that emerge, it's going to do the group as well. You could click more for the entire color selecting thing. You could also use this thing, select whatever color you want, doesn't matter, but I would just stick to the regular ones because I don't need that many colors. The next tool I'm going to talk about is a wrench tool. You can select it and link stuff over here. So there are 2 different types of blocks you can link. These are the activator blocks, the stuff you want to link to, and the ability blocks. All of these blocks you can link these to an activating block. So all of this stuff can be selected and hooked onto these 5 blocks over there. I might not have all of them because, for example, the purple jet, because I'm not paid to win. Anyways, if you hold down the wrench tool, it's going to highlight a lot of things. It means they're connected to each other. So for example, I could do something like this. I could hook the jet onto this seat over here if I want. But for seats, just sit in there, hook it. You could select input. I'm gonna put E because why not? So if I press E while sitting in this chair, the jet is going to fire off. And same for dynamites. Let's say you want to hook up these 3 dynamites. You could select multiple of them at once, and then you could hook up to like a button, a lever, or a switch over here. I'm gonna hook it up to this switch right here. If I click it, it's going to all explode. And a special property about the selecting thing on this thing is you could select butter, but they have a special property. So you have 2 butter here. You could just select both of them like this, but if you hold down control, it's going to click it like normal. So you want to select butter, make sure you just press select instead of pressing control, unless you do want to break the butter. The 5th tool I'm going to talk about is the scaling tool. It's one of the best tools in this game. It's essential to me at least, but if you don't have many blocks, don't get it. Well, you can see right now I'm already using it. Just hold the tool, click a block, and then you will see these toggle things. You could drag them around to scale however the block you want them to be. It's really useful for building. And here you can see the scale thingy. You could expand this by this plus thing. So what you could do is you could click this and it's going to adjust the scale. What it means is how thin or how thick you want it to be. You can make it 0.2. Oh, it's so tiny now. You can make micro blocks with this. For example, small controls and planes. And if you want them to be big, you can also type them in manually if you want. So I'm going to put in 20. Let's see how big. If you scroll 1, it's going to scroll a lot of them. And let's see, if I put 100, what's going to happen? It's going to scroll 100 at a time now. So pretty useful for builders. If you don't have any blocks, don't buy it. Buy chest first if you don't have blocks. And the last tool I'm going to talk about is a screwdriver tool. You buy them in the shop, but if you have it from that one Easter event, I forgot. But anyways, so the purpose of this block is you could click on the block, any block, ability blocks, regular blocks, doesn't matter. You could do the settings like this. You could turn an unanchored block into an anchored one, so it wouldn't be affected by gravity. And if you want to turn off collision, now you can walk through the blocks. Cat shadow should be pretty self-explanatory. You see the shadows right down there. You could turn it off if it's ruining your builds or something. And finally, transparency. If you want to make your blocks like a ghost-like block, like this, pretty useful for making glass or other building stuff. And another ability is for these ability blocks right here, you could have extra settings like torque. So torque is how powerful the wheel will be. So let's say you attach some blocks like this to wheels. Like you could attach blocks to wheels and they will spin. But if you attach way too many blocks or way too heavy of a block, the wheel is not going to spin as fast, or it's going to be hard to control. So torque is having more turning force in the wheel, and wheel speed is just how fast you could turn. And torque, red is default, green is the max force. Reverse spin, pretty obvious, it just reverses the wheel spin. For this one, you could adjust the length, speed, how fast it contracts and stuff. Same thing here. Jets, you get jet speed instead. This is same as torque. So jets can be overloaded by heavy items, so you could turn it up so you could carry heavier items with jets. And the speed, just adjust them if you want. And this is the end of the tools explanation video. If you like this video, please subscribe. And anyways, see you guys in the next video.